A familiar face is heading back to Salem, and the internet is buzzing. Greg Vaughn has officially been spotted on set, which means Eric Brady is back. But what does his return mean for Nicole, Jude, and the future of Days of Our Lives? Let's break down the behind-the-scenes photo that has fans talking, and what this all could mean for one of DOOL's most complicated love stories. It only took a second, one photo, shared casually to Instagram, to set the Days of Our Lives fandom ablaze. Robert Scott Wilson, known for his role as Alex Kuriakis, posted a behind-the-scenes story from the Duel set. Just a fun peek into a typical day of filming, until fans noticed someone unexpected in the background. Greg Vaughn, not just present, not just visiting, but on set, in wardrobe, wearing a sharp, tailored suit. No explanation, no context, just one image, and it was enough to launch a tidal wave of questions. Why was Eric Brady back? And more importantly, why was he dressed like that? Because that suit wasn't just a fashion choice, it was a signal. Fans immediately began speculating. Was he attending a wedding? Mourning someone at a funeral? Standing trial in a courtroom? Or perhaps stepping into a new professional role back in Salem? The theories came fast and loud. But one thing was undeniable. Greg Vaughn is back on set, and his character, Eric Brady, is clearly stepping back into the drama. Not as a footnote, not in passing, but front and center. The last time we saw Eric Brady, he was boarding a plane to Paris, hand in hand with Nicole Walker, baby Jude in tow. It was supposed to be their fresh start, a chance to escape the endless heartbreak, betrayal, and emotional wreckage they had both endured in Salem. After years of highs and lows, failed reunions and crushed hopes, they were finally leaving it all behind, to focus on their family. The move felt like closure. A peaceful resolution to a relationship that had seen every possible storm. Fans were left to believe Eric and Nicole had found what they'd been chasing for so long: stability, unity, and love. But this is Days of Our Lives, and if there's one rule that always applies, it's this. Peace is temporary. Now, with Greg Vaughn back on set, it's clear something has shifted. Eric's return suggests that life in Paris may not be as perfect as it seemed. His reappearance raises serious questions about the state of his relationship with Nicole, and the future of their little family. Is he back in Salem for good? Has something happened to bring him home? Or is this just the beginning of a deeper unraveling? Because when a character like Eric Brady returns, especially unannounced and suited up, it's never without a reason. And this time, the reason could be personal, professional, or both. Let's talk timing, because in Salem, it's never random. Greg Vaughn's return isn't just a nostalgic cameo. Insiders have confirmed he's filming multiple upcoming scenes, with strong speculation that he's involved in major storylines, possibly tied to Days of Our Lives' highly anticipated 60th anniversary celebration. And if you know anything about Duel history, you know milestone episodes always bring emotional bombshells and long-awaited character shakeups. So, what does this mean for Eric Brady? Why bring him back now? There are a few key possibilities, and each one has the potential to dramatically shift the landscape. Family crisis. Is something wrong with Nicole or baby Jude? A medical emergency? Legal drama? Emotional fallout? If so, it would make perfect sense for Eric to rush back. He's always put family first, especially when it comes to Nicole and their son. Temporary visit, or permanent return? On the surface, this could be a brief return to help someone or attend an event. But the suit, the recurring filming, and the context suggest something more. Could this be Eric's way of testing the waters for a long-term move back to Salem? New career path? Fans can't stop speculating about that suit. Could Eric be re-entering the public eye? Perhaps he's stepping into a political or business role, or maybe even reclaiming his place as a spiritual leader. A return to the church would be a meaningful full-circle moment, especially in Salem's current moral chaos. Whatever the writers have planned, one thing is certain: Eric's return won't be quiet. It's going to ripple through every storyline he touches, especially Nicole's. Now let's get to the heart of it, the question everyone's whispering: is there trouble in paradise for Eric and Nicole? When we last saw them, they were finally in sync, together in Paris, raising baby Jude, seemingly committed to building a life far from the drama of Salem. But anyone who's watched this couple over the years knows the truth: their peace is always temporary. Their love story has been filled with passion, yes, but also jealousy, betrayal, loss, and mistrust. Every time they've gotten close to, forever, something, or someone, has pulled them apart. So now, with Eric returning to Salem while Nicole remains in Paris, the writing may already be on the wall. Is this the beginning of a temporary separation due to personal differences or career paths? Or is this the start of something more permanent, a quiet exit from the relationship that once felt unbreakable? And let's not forget the most important piece in this puzzle: baby Jude. If Eric and Nicole are drifting apart, what happens to Jude? Shared custody across countries? Co-parenting while both are emotionally stretched thin? It's a recipe for conflict, and if we've learned anything from this show, it's that parenting struggles often lead to deeper emotional fractures. Eric and Nicole may always share a bond because of their son. But love? That's a much harder thing to protect, especially when distance, unresolved feelings, and past traumas start to creep in. So the question isn't just if their relationship will survive. It's whether either of them is even willing to fight for it this time. Now that we know Eric Brady is back, the real question is, what's next? Because this return doesn't feel like a simple drop-in. The signs, the wardrobe, the timing, the build-up, all point to something bigger. A long arc. A storyline that could change not just Eric's life, but the lives of everyone around him. So what could the writers be planning? Could Eric fall back into old patterns? Let's be honest. Eric has a complicated romantic history. Nicole may be the love of his life, but that hasn't stopped him from being pulled into emotional whirlwinds with other women in the past. Could a return to Salem open the door for an unexpected romantic twist? Someone from his past? Or maybe even someone brand new who sees him not as the heartbroken ex, but as a man with purpose? A return to the church? It would be a powerful, full-circle move. Eric's history as a priest shaped so much of his character, his values, his conflicts, his guilt. Could Salem need his moral compass again? Especially now, when so many characters are spiraling morally? Reclaiming his spiritual role might not just ground Eric, it might re-establish him as a pillar in the community. A new professional path? That sharp suit sparked real speculation. Could Eric be stepping into a leadership role outside of the church? A political figure? A business partner at Titan or Demera? The show has room for a new voice in Salem's power dynamics, and Eric's calm, rational presence could shake things up. Or, could it turn personal and messy? What if Eric returns to find that things with Nicole are not as solid as he thought? If their relationship is already strained, and parenting disagreements start to surface, could he push for something bold, like full custody of Jude? That would take Eric down a very different road. One filled with courtrooms, conflict, and emotional fallout. It would mean re-examining every wound between him and Nicole, and possibly tearing open ones they thought had healed. And don't forget, the 60th anniversary of Days of Our Lives is around the corner. That's not just a party. It's a moment built for legacy characters to shine, and for long-simmering stories to explode. If Eric is involved, and all signs suggest he will be, then expect him to be at the center of whatever twist is coming next. The moment Greg Vaughn appeared in that behind-the-scenes photo, the fanbase lit up. And it's no surprise. Eric Brady is one of those rare soap characters who brings instant gravity to any scene. He's layered, calm, yet emotional. Grounded, yet deeply flawed. And his presence instantly elevates the characters around him. Online, fans have been flooding comment sections with excitement, hope, and curiosity. Some want him reunited with Nicole. Others are dreaming of a bold new direction. But one thing is clear, everyone is glad he's back. Greg Vaughn is a legacy actor with real weight on this show, not just because of his history, but because of his ability to anchor even the most chaotic storyline with sincerity and strength. But this is Days of Our Lives. And just when you think you know where a story is headed, it twists. Someone confesses, someone vanishes, someone comes back from the dead. Relationships turn inside out, secrets come crashing through the door. And peace? It never lasts long. So while fans are celebrating Eric's return now, we have to ask, is this the beginning of a redemptive chapter? Or is it just the calm before another emotional storm? Because in Salem, no one stays happy for long. So now we want to hear from you. Why do you think Eric is back? Will his return lead to a reunion, or a split? Is he here to reconnect with Nicole, or start an entirely new chapter? Drop your theories in the comments. Let's break this down together. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the latest twists, returns, and revelations from Days of Our Lives. Because in Salem, no goodbye is ever really final, and no return is ever just for one reason. We'll see you in the next twist.